when I took my gal on our first date, we going in that.
Hey,
And it break down, bro. And it break down.
Like,
I got a like genuine question. Like, what would be the ideal like relationship for you and your girlfriend, or you and your wife?
you mean bills wise?
If the funds, if the
No, I
funds
mean
in order,
not like in terms of, well, you can talk about like right now. Like, we're not in our prime. We're still trying to figure out our life and our purpose in life. You know what I mean? So you could even talk about it right now or in the future. But like you and your partner, in terms of like the rules and your expectations, like what's your expectations in terms of relationship with being with someone?
I mean,
Who wants to go first?
I think the two people who in a relationship should go first.
man, I was like, he said,
Right, man. I can't let these fellas slide like that. Come on, man.
Hey, Kits, you want to left first. Kits, you want to
What
left
a
first.
flip.
All right. For me right now, my girlfriend, like, she's working to be a doctor. So right now, her funds doesn't match mine, but I have no problem with that because I know in the future what she is gonna gain is gonna be like what she's gonna gain is just gonna like offset what's going on right now. See what I'm saying? Because like, so I have no problem like paying for dates or this and that, or if she needs this and that, I have no problem with that because I know in the future she's gonna get that back, and hopefully it's just gonna loop around where she gets spoiled me as well. You know
Okay.
Have y'all had the conversation where it's explicitly said that, you know, like, I appreciate what you're doing right now, and in the future, don't worry, I got you too? Or like that's just what your expectations of the future is right now?
No, we have had that conversation from time to time where I was like, because where she would be like, I know my finances. I mean, like, my finances doesn't match choice, this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I have no problem with that because I know what you want to be and I know what comes along with that. So I have no problem, like, being your step to, like, what you're going to get. So we have that conversation many times and I fully support it. So I'm going to be with her through med school, this and that. And whenever she gets that lab coat with her last name, we made it at the end of the day.
Let's go.
Bro,
See, I like that.
Sound like you
I
got
like
it
that.
going, bro.
That's commitment, son. Like,
That's facilitating dreams right there. I rate that. I rate that very highly.
Okay.
I rate that very
Okay.
highly. Man, hey, just a reminder, he's not single. Hey, y'all lost out. Y'all lost out.
They lost out.
They lost out.
Let's
All
go,
right,
man. Too, man.
Two look like
Let's hear what you have to say, Monty. Come on.
Y'all got sweat coming down your face, mate.
Hey, okay, so right, for me, I'm in the same thing as kids. I want kind of vice versa. So your boy ain't making no funds.
I'm broke, nigga.
Boy, he kind of rough with the job I have right now because I working in the dome, but she working in the hospital, so she making corn. But how it really goes, because I still have money that I have from like the semesters and all that. So she don't really ask me for anything or expect. Even when I was working and I was making good enough money, she wasn't asking me for nothing. She don't like ask me to do things. I just do them and what's not. And the same, she just do things for me. And then we just like, it's just like, on that aspect, it's like 50-50, like as of right now. Future-wise, like whenever, because she graduating in the fall this year. So that she's going to be making big money. Then me, I going to try, I still going to be working on campus. And then I'm going to try to get like some internships. But before I had a girl, I wasn't trying to do none of this. Now I try to work hard. See what I'm saying? I try to get my internship, all that. Try and graduate early or what's not. She said she's prepared to wait for me like until 2022 until I graduate. Mind you, we still gonna be like an hour away. So like we still gonna get to see each other and all that. And then we're just gonna wait for a good ending. See what I'm saying? Because I'm BS, son. Like in a serious sense. So
yeah, I mean, I sound like a good one, bro. And I know, like, at times It feel like you ain't contributing enough or like you ain't adequate. And like that's completely understandable. But at the same time, when you look at your situation objectively, like you're with someone who really value you to understand that your current situation don't define you, and she ain't just being materialistic in terms of what she wants from you. And it's hard to find a woman who has that mindset and who has that belief, bro. So that's a good one, bro. Like my gals, y'all ever see the water trucks? Like what used to go around town, like the flatbed trucks back in Nassau. Yeah. When I took my gal on our first date, we going in that. No way. And it break down, bro. And it break down.
Like, come on now.
It break down, bro. Oh, I kid you not, but it break down. Wait, we had to catch a ride by when old man, he just saw us on the side of the road with the truck break down, and he had to give us a ride home, mate, to leave the truck, boy. And after we drop her home, she rang up my phone and was like, "You okay? Like everything okay? How you doing?" Checking up on my well-being. And like that didn't even bother her. She wasn't materialistic and she genuinely cared about me. And but like you finding someone who can genuinely care about you, bro, like you try your best to hold on to a real one, because they don't come often.
Damn, babe, Brian, I don't know how to handle this, babe. How we gonna answer this question?
Fendi made me feel good about my situation. All right. I just want to say something real quick. The same thing with the E2 situation. Like, my girl, she doesn't ask me for anything. She requires to do stuff by herself. Like, I'll offer, and she'll sometimes be like, "No, I got that." But then at the end of the day, she know I got it at the end of the day. So I just realized at first it was I had kid situation. Like it was like I was making more, and she so straight. She was doing her own thing and all that. Then it switched. I was there, and then it switched, and she was there. So like it was 50-50 all the time. Serious, man. So it's a real one.
You sound like y'all been together for years. What?
Boy, nobody.
Hey, wait, we can
say. Fendi, things, right?
We ain't gonna say
nothing. You ain't never know. Let me see. B12 know what's going
on. We know what's going on. Come on now.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Hey boy.
I thought you was about to say yes, but you be.
But Brian, I don't know how to answer this question, but I feel like they lead off so strong. What the question is?
Your expectations. What are your ideal expectations, either like right now or in the future, like with your significant other?
Right now, I'd say my expectations are right now pretty low. I mean, I in college, so I can't really expect much from someone, and I had a certain position myself. So, maybe if you want to go personality wise, I think she should definitely be. Is connectable the right word? Is that a right?
Connectable.
Relatable.
What do you mean?
I want to say someone you could have a genuine connection with, like how y'all describe your relationships. Y'all able to connect with them on a consistent basis, where they either check in on you or you check in on them, and y'all could talk about things for hours upon end. It doesn't get boring, but you still have the ability to just sit back and take some time to yourself to focus on what you want to do and how you're trying to prepare yourself for the future. So
you don't want nothing superficial.
Exactly. So I
feel like that's a generic answer.
Yeah, basic. I mean, I don't know. That's for right now. That's for right now. I don't know what you want me to say for right now. Later on, boy, that's a different story. I mean, it can be.
Would you date a girl who's not in college right now?
When you say not in college,
she has no like goals to go to college. That's not something that she sees.
I would date a girl like that, as long as she knows as long as she know what kind of plan she have inside her head.
She doesn't have one yet.
She doesn't have a plan. How old is she?
At this time,
like 20.
No plan.
20. 20 years. 20 years old.
20. No plan.
Just jobs.
I gotta look at it. Be honest. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. She got a job.
She had a job.
Does she have a job? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'd do it. But that's only because
but she has job, but she flips jobs quite often.
Oh,
yeah, she has to make money. She doesn't have a purpose for me. She has to like, oh, I'm just make money. So yeah.
Well, I can't say no. I can't say no because I definitely pull up on girls inside like malls who just work in jobs. I don't know the entire backstory, but they might be.
Well, we mean it after that meeting phase.
Oh.
That's what I mean, right? Like after the meeting phase.
Yeah.
All that.
Because you don't know at that point in time. You're trying to get to know her, but you done passed that phase, and now you didn't see like the type of person she is, and
you know, Camden, after y'all $50 date, after all that, Because we all know Tigolo is not a man of wasting time. We don't know that.
Hey, let me tell you something. I learned from my boy. You see what he said? But he's on the back of a truck on his first wife, but. I know that wasn't.
What got to do with the?
I just said I know that I don't want to do 50, but anyway.
That was wow.
But yeah, but I think I right now I think I would date her. For how long? I can't say. At the first indication of like she ain't really making no sense, I'd leave.
I mean, she could be like a great person. It's just that like career wise, that's just not something that she's very interested in at the time.
I know exactly because we 20. Well, we 20.
Hey, this man. This man old.
Like legit, we young. We ain't all of us ain't figured out ourselves yet. We don't know exactly what we're gonna do. So I can't just
I've been
cast out like that.
I've been 19 for 3 years, but I don't know what you do.
As one of the two single men in the East podcast. Wait, we doing something wrong, But anyway, in terms of expectations, I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I'm a really laid back person, so and that's a bad thing. So like, I feel like I don't know. It don't take much to please me, but so like all I ask is like chill and all that stuff. But like, I don't know what an ideal situation would be right now for me per se. I couldn't really map that out. Like I would date a 20-year-old in that same scenario you gave. Take a look, I would date a 20-year-old who isn't really aspiring to be much right now. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, I feel like you should be more on your path. But I mean, I'd be open to do it. So I couldn't really give you one. In the future, I don't know. Depending on how the salaries match up, I don't know. To be honest, I couldn't even tell you. If my wife asked me to be if she could be a housewife, I actually think about that or whatever. So I don't know. Depending on how things line up.
I feel like that would have to depend on my salary. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Like her becoming a housewife or like you becoming okay.
Yeah. If she would ask me if she could be a housewife, I'd have to check my financial status and like how much kids we got and stuff like that. And I have to take that into consideration.
Looking good. My investments.
So I'll be like, babe, we can't afford you to be a housewife right now. Maybe later, but right now we gotta get it.
Basically, all I'm saying is I agree with everybody. I think that underdog story of building up your well together from the bottom. I think that's one of the best and most heartfelt ways to develop a relationship.
All right, ladies and gents, that's another episode of the EASTT podcast. We'd like to thank Fendy for being our special guest for this podcast. You can follow this YouTube channel, International Student Guide. With that being said, we out there getting money. EASTT 242, Camden Inside Gun Sounds.
I really didn't expect that one. I thought it was gonna say Eugene.
Go to the stores in Bahamas. I run up a truck and some commas. Break it back, then take a shopping. My haters stay broke to my knowledge.